two-part sermon today, if that's all right. But it'll only take around 2 hours, so don't worry. That was a joke. So the first part I'm going to do is I'm going to actually be talking about what I've been doing for the last 4 years, focusing on in my life. And also I'm going to be ending with kind of like a growth process or goal setting, but more long-term goal setting, not just 2019. It's kind of going to be meditation-based, so you can relax and we'll have a good experience, all right? So basically, I'm trying to recap now. So four years ago, Hito and I were living in Tokyo, Japan at the time. And then at the time I was a matching advisor for the Blessing and Family Ministry. So I kind of knew the staff there and the people. And then out of nowhere, I was just graduating from university, my last semester. I didn't have a job. So headquarters, the BFM, contacted me and said, would you like to come work in New York? And it was kind of like, I didn't even consider it part of my life plan to be doing that. And I didn't even know what that would entail. I didn't know how it would be to work at headquarters. I was kind of scared and nervous. And then we thought about it, Hito and I thought about it, and it kind of made sense, based on my experience and passion for ministry and, my passion for family and marriage and matching, especially, and my experience as a matching advisor. It made sense for me to invest in that ministry for, the years that I wanted to be there. So it was like a no-brainer. We're like, yeah, let's do it. The problem was it meant that my wife had to stay in Japan because our plan was to live there, actually, to live in Japan. We didn't think about the green card situation. She had to apply for a green card. And the situation was I had to come to New York because they wanted me to start working immediately that summer. And so I had to leave my wife, who was pregnant, 4 or 5 months pregnant at the time. And that would mean that I had to go there, she would have the baby in Japan, and then I'd have to come back to Japan during, to take some paternity leave of absence from work to come for the baby's birth. So it was a hard decision, but we felt in the long term it was really something we wanted to do. We wanted to come live in New Jersey and invest in headquarters. So that was the situation, and it really made sense, and we really felt God was really using us to something we're both very passionate about. It's not something that everyone gets an opportunity to do, right? So I was really grateful for that. And so we developed, over the last 4 years, I'll show you a bit of what I've been doing with the ministry. And the mission of the BFM, if anyone doesn't know, the mission is to provide a pathway towards loving relationships as Heavenly Parent intended through matching tools, and support, blessed marriage enrichment, and help healing resources and blessed family care. The vision is to create a vibrant community of happily blessed couples and families rooted in Heavenly Parent and True Parents' love. So this is the mission and vision that we center our ministry on. And before I get into this is not a way of seeming like we're boasting about our growth in BFM, but really it's to highlight that it's actually really exciting if you think about last time I gave a sermon. What did I talk about? I forgot. I remember. Last time I talked about tribal messiahship and family messiahship. How you cannot be an effective tribal messiah without also having an effective family life. It doesn't mean perfect family life. It means that we're always investing in both areas, right? And we can't be true family messiahs unless we also are sharing what we have in our family with others through tribal messiahship. So then I kind of shared a little bit about my experience and my struggle with that. So the reason I'm sharing this now is because you'll see in a second, it's really exciting how many people in our movement, members in our families, this is a review of just this year, 2018, how many people are really starting to focus on their families. And I'm going to prove that with some stats, okay? And it's really exciting. This is our Facebook followership since 2016. I started in 2014. 2016, 90,000. Last year, 250. This year, almost 400,000 likes on Facebook. But that's more than members we have in America, possibly the world. So what does that mean? That means there's a massive non-unificationist following on our Facebook. And when we realized this, we thought, oh my goodness, Facebook is a great avenue to reach out to people, to learn about divine principle, true parents, the blessing, right? Is through Facebook. And that's really cool because we do a lot of sharing through that. So that's been the development of Facebook. Our videos on Facebook and also Vimeo, we've had 88,000 views on these platforms. That's 88,000 people watching, unique different people watching our videos. That's an increase of 180%. Again, this is exciting because it means more and more people are starting to be interested in family enrichment, marriage enrichment stuff, addiction recovery, matching education enrichment, that kind of content. This is our website. These are unique visitors of our website since 2016. It's grown to 47,000 unique people visiting our website, the BFM website. Again, it's exciting because people are going there because they're looking for family enrichment. And I'm saying this because inevitably, if you've been following the Tribe Call, or if you're on My Tribe, TribeNet, every Monday night they have a Tribe Messiah Call. That TribeNet is growing exponentially, and it's really exciting because Tribe Messiahs are increasing. The number of blessing officiators in America is increasing all the time, and it's really, together with family and family focus, it's like inevitably the more we focus on family, the more Tribe Messiahship is going to be easier. If that makes sense, right? One highlight from this year is the Cosmic Blessing. We had the blessing, our BFM team had the opportunity to go to Korea and organize a 4-day experience for all the couples who are receiving the blessing in Korea. We had 300, our responsibility is to take care of the Western group, which is everywhere but Korea, Japan, which is includes all of Southeast Asia, Philippines, India, Nepal, Malaysia, of course China and North America, South America, Europe, but we're the Western group. But recently they started calling us the international group because we're not the Western group. But this is great because we do this every year, and it's always our program is always improving. Participation is always increasing. This year we had 62 couples go. 53 were blessed in Korea, and 27 were blessed here in America. These are couples that are going to Korea from America. These are American couples, by the way, going to Korea from America to participate in the blessing in Korea. And I'm just going to show you a bunch of their photos because it's very nice. These are our American blessed couples. This is a couple from Texas. He's a headquarters guy now. This is Tasna and Lucas, a New York couple, Suzuki, and this is Sunder and his African spouse, Yumi. Just, Dr. Jenkins' son. These guys. This is Corey and his son, right there. Lots of couples. I'm going to explain all of them. Brian, Angela. We know all of them personally because we met them, many of them in Korea, and also our blessing workshops here in America. We know them. It's very exciting. Isaac and Marina. All these couples. Probably know some of them. This is a Zoom call. They didn't meet together to take their commitment ceremony, so they had their commitment ceremony by Skype. And they took a photo. I'm like, what? Wonderful couple. He's the CARP Las Vegas president, Janelle Fleischman. Very nice. Koki from North Carolina. Yeah. Her, Mrs. Lowe, the Lowe family, whose father just passed away a few months ago, and her mother had a stroke just last week, and it looks like she's not going to make it. Very sad. Also, you might have heard that her sister Yoshi's husband died in a boating accident last year from Massachusetts, I think. So a very unfortunate family situation, but they're very, very positive in the family. Koki's being very supportive of them, making food for the family and everything. Any good family? South Carolina family right there, a couple. California, lots of couples. Interestingly, a lot of these couples have very different levels of faith and understanding of the blessing. But in the end, this is the headquarters. They both work at headquarters, and that's how they met. But had a very, very intentional and purposeful matching process, and they were very good at communicating with their parents and with their families. They have everyone has a very different story, a very different way of how it happened. This is Jungshina. I lived with her for the 4 years that I was in New Jersey. We lived in the same house. So very cool. It's a nice photo of your parents. Ohio, Isaac Young. Over there. You know these guys, right? Look at that. Oh, yeah, an older couple. Very nice. Couples doing ceremonies. Why is she on the phone? That's weird. All right. Okay, this is a testimony from one of the couples. In the beginning of this person is talking about her understanding of blessing. In the beginning, my reason for wanting to go to the blessing was because I saw the beauty and success the blessing had in my families around me. I wanted to grow a family like my parents. I didn't really know exactly why, but I felt like my parents and the parents I saw in our movement were special. As I got older, I started to question more why the blessing was personally important to me. Overall, I've come to the conclusion that going to the blessing really is a blessing. It's not something that I have to do, and it's also only here for me, but for me to be a part of because True Parents came to this time. I've started to feel more and more grateful to receive the blessing from True Parents, and even now, while True Mother is still here. I start this marriage connected to God and True Parents. It's a female, 25 years old. Different testimony. The blessing is the next stage in my life to experience God in a whole new way. In my relationship with my match, I feel like I have related with God in ways that I never have before. During my hardest times and my happiest times, He has been my biggest cheerleader, and I have felt so much of God's love through that. We also share a common faith, a common love for God and True Parents, and I think that this allows us to bond over the ways we can live our lives with meaning and make a positive contribution to the world around us. So that's very exciting. Please give those couples a big hand on their journey. And part of our mission is to help support them as they go, right? It's not like they go to blessing and they're not going to have any difficulties or struggles or issues, right? Right?
Right.
You know, things come up. So one of the reasons also that perhaps our BFM's mission and presence is increasing is because the reality of our movement is that it's growing, it's aging, and it's transitioning. And that a lot of the younger generation are going off on their own. They're becoming married. They're having children of their own. Grandparents are becoming grandparents. They're becoming empty nesters. Their kids are leaving the home. And we're seeing ourselves raising young people, a new generation of young kids as parents and also as grandparents. And so we're turning to these amazing resources that are out there in the world, and BFM is trying to centralize all of those resources to create them, make them accessible to our blessed families. I'm always constant, because I'm a dad. I'm a dad of 2 kids now, and they're really young. So I'm constantly trying to read everything I can online about parenting, about, so that I know I'm informed and I know how to raise kids, hopefully that are, well-adjusted. Another big part of our mission in BFM is matching education and support, as you probably know. This was our focus for the last 20 plus years. And only in the last 5 years has BFM actually started to develop resources for expanding that to marriage enrichment and family enrichment, widows and widowers, newborn parenting, everything. We tried even had a seniors ministry, an online seniors platform for seniors to chat with each other on Facebook, that kind of thing. But matching education is where it really all started. This year, 2018, we had 38 matching education seminars. That's when the BFM, John and Helen Abelseth, traveled America. They came right here to Durham. There's 38 seminars with almost 500 participants, 6 matching support webinars that are online, a 24+ Connect retreat, which is where young people 24 years and older come together and they connect with each other and they mingle. And we have 50 participants there. Another big thing, of course, is marriage enrichment and support. Just this month, we had a marriage enrichment, energized couples retreat. Did you guys hear about that? Anyone hear about that? Energized couples retreat. There was 2 this year. The last one happened this month in Pennsylvania. Wonderful, wonderful program with amazing couples.
Here.
Wonderful couple. Young couples, elder couples. Elder couples, is that the right thing to say? Old couples? Elderly. Good. Experienced couples? Experienced. Mature. This is a staffed John Abelseth, I don't know if John Abelseth was the main presenter, and these were the core staff of the retreat. These are all couples. Yeah. And also we had newborns. Woo! Look at that. Big guy.
There's one of them.
There's Charlie Angel right there.
With a very young-looking balls.
Yeah, this is from South Alabama in Mr. Orr. They had twins. Mariel and Kyungsung. Who's that? Kyungsung, that's right. Kyungsung, they had a baby boy. Yeah, Josh right there, Josh Carlson, Marines guy. More newborns. Wonderful. These are all the reported ones who reported. We don't have all of them yet, but we're trying to get people to. And when they report them, we send them a care package with a little onesie and a card.
Really awesome.
A little onesie. People like the onesie. Right. And in loving memory, we have people that ascended this year as well. Right? You maybe know a lot of them. This is Mandula right there. I love this guy so much. Like his photo. Yeah.
Who's that in the top right corner?
Haidt from Ohio. Haidt.
Oh.
Yeah, Max Heidt's father. So we're coming. We have coming and going. So that's the review. Yeah, that's what I want to offer this. And the reason, again, why I'm sharing this is because as we're growing, as we're focusing more and more on family care and personal care, we're also more easily and readily able to share the blessing with others, right? And as we focus more and more on creating a culture within our movement and being known as the movement that really has strong families, or at least families that make it a priority to focus internally on ourselves and our families and our couples and our kids, then that'll expand and really touch the world and move people. Okay, so now I'm going to wrap that up, and I want to invite everyone to join me in a kind of a meditation practice, if you will. But I feel like it's the last few days of the year. Maybe some of you would want to have some time to reflect on yourselves and also make more internal, clear decisions and moving forward. It's not going to be really heavy goal setting. You don't have to write anything down. We're just going to kind of go internally and try to envision, if you will, visualize what your year and what yourself is going to look like for the years to come, okay? So I'm going to put some music on, and then if you'll just sit there quietly. If we could just close the door in the back, that'd be fine. True happiness. And those questions we're going to be delving into are, what experience do you seek to have in life? Number one. Number two, how do you see yourself growing? And how will you contribute to the betterment of the planet? I believe that answering these three questions, you'll be able to cut through the means, ends, goals, and cut through to the very end goals of life that make us truly happy. So we're going to start with a body and mind relaxation. So if you could just close your eyes and relax. Just relax. Feel yourself relaxing into a deep state of relaxation and peace. Start with some forms of gratitude in your life. Think about events recently, in the last few days or few weeks that you're grateful for. Think about the people in your lives, especially the people who have helped you be the person you are today. Think about the people that have brought you where you are right now. Think about some events recently that you feel grateful for. Now feel the relaxation starting in your head, Feel it physically, starting at the top of your head, relaxing your muscles in your mind, going down towards your face, relaxing your face. Feel that relaxation in your neck, and in your shoulders, in your upper arms. Feel the relaxation in your hands, in your torso, in your stomach. Feel the relaxation down through your legs. Now that you're relaxed, we'll begin the first category, experiences. I'll guide you through experiences that are typical of most people, but I'll also give you some time to visualize the experiences that are unique to you. Keep in mind that typically, as humans, we underestimate what we can accomplish in just 3 years, in a short amount of time. Let's start with travel. Visualize places you've only dreamed of going in your life. Visualize this sense of smell. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Let's bring that back to our home. What kind of home do you live in? What do the walls look like? What does the furniture look like? What does your workspace look like? Whether at home or in an office or wherever you work. What are the people around you? Who are the people around you? Who do you spend time with? What does your marriage life look like? And your family life? What do you do together? How do you relate to one another? In short, what would you like to experience if time and money were unlimited? Visualize your life with these amazing experiences. And I'll give you just a few seconds to go within yourself and identify some unique experiences to you. Let's wrap up this category of experiences and know that what you envision for yourself will come to fruition. And we'll move on to the next category, growth. If I had all those experiences in life that I wish to have, who would I be? What would I be like emotionally and intellectually, in terms of my character? What skills do you only dream of having? Imagine yourselves completing these skills. Intellectually, how would you be? What books would you read? What programs would you participate in? Courses? What are the values that are most important to you? How in control are you of your emotions and your thoughts? What What does your spiritual life look like? Envision what your spiritual life would look like. Envision how often do you pray or relate to God or just sit in silence. Now envision yourself as this ideal man or woman standing in front of you. How are you at home? How do you act and relate at home? How are you at work? Now we'll move on to your health and fitness. How do you treat your body? What food do you eat? What food would you eat? How would you see yourself exercising? See yourself doing these physical things that you someday dream of doing. I'll give you a few seconds to visualize your growth. Visualize your ideal self. Now we wrap up this category, and do know that becoming this version of yourself is possible. And we'll move on to the last category of contribution. If you had all the experiences that and all the things you wanted in your experiences, and you've grown in all the ways that you want to grow, how would you give back? Starting with your family. How can you contribute to your family? Being the person that you want to be. What would family life look like? What would you give to your spouse and to your kids? How would you contribute to your friends, your friendships, your career? How would you give back to your city? How would you give to your country? How would you give back to the world? In short, what would be your legacy? See the smiles of gratitude on the faces of people you've helped and you've touched. See the people you've moved, whether they know it or not. See your work and your effort of such good quality that it makes the world a better place. Now let's take 30 seconds to envision your contribution to the world, given that you've experienced and grown in ways that you want. Feel the excitement that wells up inside of you when you think about giving back and making the world better, contributing selflessly with a smile. Envision yourself waking up from this meditation and waking up tomorrow, living into the wonderful visions that you've created for yourself, living into your future. I'm going to count to 5, and we'll wake up. Meditation will be over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Now please keep your visions in mind, and if you have time, please write them down and to go deeper, okay? And thank you.